Hey everybody, happy holidays! My goodness, welcome on into this Live at 5 broadcast. I'm Jessica Putnam-Phillips. Each week we come live from the ClayShare studio, except we'll be taking a couple weeks off because of the holidays. So this is the last Live at 5 for the year. This is it. After tonight, it's over, baby. I'm gonna take some downtime. No, we're working on re-platforming, so we got plenty of work still to do. I just won't be doing the live broadcasting. We will have a brand new full-length teapot class next Thursday, though, so the day after Thanksgiving, you can learn how to make, where'd I put it? Here, this sweet baby. So nice. You guys have been asking for this. Those of you who took my workshop this summer, you made it with me. Well, we got the class. It's recorded. You just got to wait for Kevin to finish editing. No, we decided to do it the day after Christmas because I know you're all going to be busy with family and friends. Don't want to interrupt your holiday. You'll get it on the 26th. Also have another little class I filmed as a surprise, so you're just going to have to wait and see. So tonight we're going to make ornaments, and I'm going to show you how to do it where you put texture on the front and on the back. That's right. So if you've ever wanted to know how to do it, well, I'm going to show you. And we've done this before. This is not new. This has been around for ages. And I actually have some examples of finished ornaments that I've done where we have textured fronts and backs. Here we have one with a texture on the front. And if you flip it over, there's a texture on the back. So you can do it. But when you use rolling pins for both sides, one side is going to be more subtle. This way, I'm going to show you how to do it, and you can make them both pop, which is going to be awesome. All right, we're going to get the comments up so I can see what you all are saying and how you guys are doing tonight. We are going to be using some fun things that some are things you've all sent to me, and the 26 teapot class, exactly, yeah. So this fabulous thing was sent to me by Betsy Dunham. And I'm going to be using this as a texture option. So you can go into a craft store, a hobby store, into a home store, department stores. They have these holiday placemats, and they do them for every holiday. If you're not aware of them yet, now you are. This is a Christmas one. It's a really cute Christmas tree. It's a pear tree with ornaments minus a partridge, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it has mushrooms in it. It's super cute. So this is a really cute mat. I've got that. So you can pick those up. You probably have some. There's also just simple mats with really great patterns that I have got a drawer full over there, but I decided to not grab those tonight because I don't want to make it too confusing. And then I got these great mandala mats from the Pottery Toolkit, and they sent me 3 sizes. So thanks, guys, at the Pottery Toolkit for that awesome texture. I'll bring it in. And you can see there. So there's a large, a medium, and an eensy-weensy tiny one, which would be great for small things or maybe the bottom of a mug. And then we have something, did I say Thanksgiving? Possibly. Anything is possible at this point in the year. Don't you know? We never know where things are going to go now. It could go off the rails, seriously. And then this is something, all right, do you guys know, I've been working on something for almost a year, and I've kept it a secret. Well, kind of a secret. Those who came to Open Studio in May, you saw it, right? But the product didn't come out. You didn't get it, did you? That's because we wanted to make sure that it was trademarked and registered and all good, and I just wanted to cover all my bases. And then we've been very, very busy. Now this is a premiere of this product. You're going to see it. We're going to give one away tonight, so one lucky person's going to win one of these, but we're not going to have them available quite yet. So this is just something for you to look forward to. Don't put it on your Christmas list. Just wait. The official debut is going to be during ClayShare Con, February 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. So it's still a few weeks out, but I'm going to share with you we have a new, under ClayShare company called Impressa Mat. Impressa Mat, that's us. And they are textured template mats. And so here are 2 mug mats that I have, and they make mugs, no joke. This mug was made with this one. This mug was made, I still have to glaze it with this one. We also have template mats. So and texture mats. So it's gonna be a whole new line in addition to our textured rolling pins and our rim templates. We have the Impressa mats that we make here, right here in Vermont. So it's a product that we make ourselves. So I'm pretty excited. Actually, the girls make it, our daughter and Vivian and Danny, and our daughter Leanne. So it's not actually me, although I do the tests to get the initial product to make sure the design that I come up with looks great, and then they make it. And so it's great because I get to provide jobs for people on the autism spectrum, which includes my family, and give you all some really awesome textures. So you wait, there'll be more information on that coming in the weeks to follow, but I will use some tonight and we'll give one away. So I know. They aren't up on the website, they're not gonna be there yet. I'm holding them back, but I wanted to share. Just wanted to share a little, because it's a product that I've been holding back for so long. Had to just get it out there. Texture addicts are happy. Oh, you're gonna love it. The girls are gonna be very busy. We're actually going out to get, we're investing in more equipment so that they can run this company. And we'll talk more about that on Good Morning ClayShare on Monday, you guys. So you can't forget ClayShare Con this year because it's your birthday. Oh, I did say happy holidays. Thank you. I'm so glad. I thought I didn't. Let me show you the mats up close. We are still deciding on the color. Our supplier, we can get either color of material. So this is the Mashrabia. This is based on the screens that are often used in the Middle East to let breeze in, but also for privacy. And I saw many of these when I was deployed there back in 1990, oh my gosh, 4. We shouldn't say that, but this is that design, and here's the mug with the design. So it's a really nice geometric repeat, and this is actually your mug mat. This is your template. So this is everything, and you use this to cut your shape, and then you roll it up and make your mug. And I will show you how to do that in another video. We're not gonna do that tonight. We're gonna make ornaments. And then my beloved Scandi birds, you guys, I know how much you've wanted my Scandi birds roller, and it's back and better than ever because you get 2 sets of birds on this. And this makes a mug as well. So here's the Scandi bird mug. And this is going to be available as a mug mat, as a full texture mat, which is double the size too. And we'll have other template mats for different shapes. So the fabulous thing about this is not only are you able to use it for texture like ornaments and things, you'll be able to make a pot with it. Like you'll lay it down, roll it in clay, cut that shape out, roll it up, and you made a pitcher or a bowl or whatever. Lots of fun stuff. So yeah, the Scandi bats. So these are all made of rubber. Rubber. So not latex if anybody's concerned about it, right? They're brilliant. I held on this for almost a year. So we're not even, but what I want to do with you all is show you how to use, you can use any mat, a place mat, the pottery toolkit, and I'm telling you, this mandala is great. I did some ornaments with it a little earlier today, and I want to share them with you because I want to show you how great that mandala pattern, when you line it up, how it works on a cookie cutter, the way that the design look at that, how it kind of flows down. There's another one I did, and texture on the back, so it's 2-sided. And then I did a single side with the mat, but we're gonna do 2-sided, so we'll talk all about that. But this is fun tonight. We're just gonna have fun, we're gonna hang out, we're gonna make things. So I'm so glad you guys that are chiming in. You found me during COVID. I'm so glad you found me. Yeah, yay, all right. I was really good at keeping that secret. I know, can you believe it? You know, I was military intelligence. I know it's hard to believe, folks, but I kept secrets. I still keep some secrets. There's things there's stuff that I keep secret. All right, let's get some clay. I rolled out a slab a little while ago on my slab roller, but you could just roll one out with a rolling pin. I rolled it to 3/8 of an inch thick because that's a great place to roll to. Although we're going to make ornaments, so we won't need it to be that thick. But it can be. Don't get hung up on the thickness of clay. When we're making things, a lot of times people ask, what's the thickness? And it's good. It's a good guide. But I do feel you don't have to get out the ruler and measure and say, well, yours is 3/8, but mine's like 1/4. It's okay. I promise it's okay. All right, so we got our clay all good to go. And I'm just going to smooth it down. You're allergic to silicone. Yeah, no, we didn't do it out of silicone. That was one of the things that we wanted to make sure. And we wanted a product that the girls could make, because the whole reason behind us doing the texture products is that it's something they can do after I'm gone. I'm not going to be here forever, although I'm trying. I'm really. But one day, the world will keep turning and I won't be on it. It's just the fact of life. So just, you know, something for my children, a legacy. All right, so we're smoothing this down. Very simple. And then you pick your texture. Now, what do you want to do on the back? It's entirely up to you. I kind of like to do the back just really nice repeat. And then if I'm doing a complicated design, I will do it on the front. Oh, you were Air Force Intel 84 to 04. Hoorah, Air Force. So let's take the mandala. We'll start with that. And we're just going to put that down. And I don't usually go right into the center. I usually go off center. And we'll put that on there. And then to roll it out, you've got options. You can use a big rolling pin like that. And you know the texture's in there now because we rolled it across the surface. And then why don't we try the placemat, right? So you pick a section. There's a section here that has mushrooms on it. Yeah, up here. And I love it. So I'm going to make sure that part is on the clay. So we'll put that on. And it's okay if we don't use all of it, although we could scoot it over a bit. And then you can use these big rollers. But you also, if you have a pony roller or a smaller roller like this, these sometimes work better getting in small areas. I think we're going to have these available on ClayShare Market, Kev. Is that right? Is that what I heard? The small roller, just a plain mini roller. We're going to make these available after the holidays, maybe before. We'll see. So if you're buying a roller and you want to get this, or you're buying a mat and you want to get this, you can get it all in one place. So make sure you get into those little areas because you want all the texture. And I really am aggressive with my pressing. Ready for the peel? The peel and reveal. This is the magic. Ah, you saw me drink from my heart chakra mug, and you have to go make tea in yours. Jennifer, yes, we're mug twinsies. My heart chakra mug. I have a lovely cup of tea. It's Harney and Sons. It's from their Paris blend, and I believe, Bettina, you got this for me, didn't you? You're glad they make the pony roller squeaky noise. Yes, it's not a pony roller if it doesn't squeak. If your roller's not squeaking, you're being cheated. All right, let's flip it over, and I'll give you the peel this way. Ready? We'll do it slow. Ooh, ba 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 ba. Have a little music too. It's like a burlesque show. I told you it's the end of the year. You do not know how things are going to go. So there's our back, or is it our front? Your choice. You don't have to really choose at this point. All right, I have a bunch of cutters. These are from Anne Clark, and she has some really great shapes. This little bear, but I really like that I can get ones that are just an ornament shape. So there's this. I'm really loving this one right here. This is like a traditional teardrop ornament. Do I ever sleep? You could probably call me at 3 in the morning and we could chat. I do sleep. I do. Not very well sometimes. So here's something, like this is going to fit on here, and we're going to have some empty space. And you might think, no, that's not a good thing. I'm afraid of that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of empty space, right? Horror vacui, don't have that. Don't have a fear of empty spaces. You can fill it all up with texture if you would like, but you don't have to. So we're going to actually come down. We're going to have a little bit of empty space. I'm going to put the mushroom right in the center. So you just press it in, and now we'll pop it out. This clay, by the way, is Tucker Smooth Stone Speck. It's a speckled clay that it's just a really pretty white. So look, we have one side right here, and then the back. Ooh, ah. And so you pick which is the front, which is the back. I don't know. I'm going to make these. I'm going to give them to my daughter to use stroke and coats or colors for earth and color them. So she'll pick whatever she wants. But what I do is I'll put them on a board like so. And then another board on top to hold it nice and flat. I make a little sandwich, little ornament sandwich. And that keeps them from bowing up or warping or anything. And I leave them like this until they're leather hard, and then I put holes in them. So, oh, wait, just like magic. This one here happens to be leather hard. Oh my gosh, couldn't have planned it. Well, yes, I did. I did plan it. But, you know, now I can go ahead and put the hole in it. Or if you want to use a nichrome wire U and stick that in here, you can do that. But I really like just putting a hole in it. And I have a selection of hole cutters. So it doesn't really matter which side is front, which side's back. If you've got two sides of texture, we'll just go in the center, make our hole. I try to get that fairly centered. Clean up the back. Oh, now you see this one was one I did without two-sided texture. Shh, don't tell. I'm just showing you how to make the hole in this one. But that's it for the hole. You're done. Easy, right? And then you just let it continue drying, sandwich on the board, and all the way till it's bisque dry. Like, just let it continue on down the line, and then when it's done, you bisque fire it, and then you glaze it. All right, let's make a Christmas tree with the star on it. There's pears in here. There's a giant snowflake. There is, oh, that's nice. There's a nice ornament down there. How to pick. This is hard because I don't want to waste clay with texture, but you know what? I can always wedge it and make another. We're going here. Yep. You love the teardrop. Yes. So you can stack flat Christmas ornaments and bisque fire. You can usually stack like 2 to 3 on each other and you should be okay. So again, oh, look at that. We'll go over here. How do you pick which side are you going to use for your ornament, for the front or back? You only have to decide when you go to glaze it. Get another board and we'll just sit it on it. And so have a lot of boards. These are actually inserts from Studio Pro Bats, from their Studio Pro Bat Space Saver system. I know it's a lot to say, but you could also just use a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, like I have here that I've cut down, or you could use a wear board from GR Pottery Forms. Your choice. So there's so many options for that. All right, so we're getting low on clay on this side, but not on this side as far as pattern goes. So we could flip it over, but let's keep working this side since this has some really interesting things happening on it. I'm just turning the clay around to look at it a little bit. What else we have? I've got some cutters from Debbie from De La Design Gifts. And I have got, oh, we'll do some of those in a second because I have a really fun idea. I've got this kind of mid-century modern tree. This is like a tree that would have a lot of snow on its branches. So figure out where we're going to go with this one. Might have to go with this little guy. Yeah, because I went ahead and used, oh, but that's nice. Line them up, push. So this is really easy. I do this with my kids. You know, when I used to teach the art enrichment programs for the local schools, I would do this. You know, you just take in, I will tell you if you're going to do it and teach a class with kids, or if you're limited for time, what you should do is roll your slabs out ahead of time. That's what I do. You put them on your boards with plastic, and you just take your sheets of clay. Look how great that quilting is on the back of that. So that's from the Pottery Toolkit. That's one of theirs. And then we'll see if I can get this one. I could go upside down. Let's do this. And you take the clay that is already rolled out because it saves time. You know, you think, oh, I want to make sure I have enough for everybody to do. If I roll it out, they'll get bored because they'll be finished quick. They won't. They'll believe me, they'll find stuff to do. So I would definitely suggest, here I'll show you. So when I go to teach, like if I'm going to teach anywhere other than my own studio and I have to bring the clay, I just roll out the sheets like this. I put them on plastic. I layer them I'll do 3 layers of slabs and then wrap them up in plastic, and then I'll do another board. So if I need more than 3, I will do a separate board. And these keep for a good week or so, and they don't dry out. And that way, when you get to wherever you're going, if you're teaching a program, it's just, you don't have to worry about everybody trying to roll out their slabs and they're rolling it unevenly, or they've rolled it too thin and now their clay is no good and they can't use it, and you have to figure out how to come up with more clay for that person. It just makes it easier. So that's a little tip if you're going to be teaching classes. All right, so let's do some Scandi birds. We'll put the mashrabia on the back. So I'm going to lay this down on the front. We'll use the big rolling pin and roll in. And then we're going to flip the entire thing over, leaving it still in place. And we'll do the Scandi birds. And the next one, we'll use some of De La Design Gifts cutters. I'm going to pick what I want. I want this little guy right here. So we're going to put this here. And I'm just going to roll it. We're going to get a double peel. Are you ready? Right, so if you put high temp wire in, you can absolutely glaze both sides. Putting a hole in, you can hang it from nichrome rods in your kiln and glaze both sides. So you got 2 options there. Ready? We're going to do a little peel and reveal. So there's the little birds. Look at them. They're so cute. And look how good the texture is. I'm just going to bring it up close. Look how great that texture is. And the thing is with the mats, some people struggle with rolling pins getting even pressure all the way. I know you do. Not that I don't love rolling pins, I do, and I'm going to keep using them. But it's nice to have another option, isn't it? And then we'll just peel here. Ooh, look at that. So if you don't want a lot going on, you want just a really nice geometric pattern, that's why I did that one. All right, so we got some cute little birds. Let's go ahead and cut them out. I want this round one. For the bird, I think it'll be perfect for it. But again, this is one of the mug mats, but you can absolutely use it as an ornament. I also want that heart in there too, so we're going to go there. Cut it out. But it's got this really great deep texture on both sides. So you can make plates, and we've done this before. We've had classes where we've made plates together. with texture on both sides. So that's what, you know, what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna make stuff with texture tonight. We're gonna play with some things to have fun. You like the mats for better storage. Yeah, I mean, here, this, although we will have a size that's twice this, right? A full sheet. So this is a half size, basically, and this is a full. There'll be two together, but they won't, there'll be one big sheet. You get it, right? But I will tell you what has held me back on these is the cost is really higher for this than the wood. And that is one of the things that I don't love, but they'll last forever. All right, we're gonna cut this out. So now I have a pair of ornaments with little cute birds here. We'll go to the overhead and you can see, look. See? And yeah, absolutely could stick some nichrome wire in there like I did. You see this little gingerbread girl right here? Do you see that? That's some nichrome wire. If you stick it in now, it'll just hold it. Let's see, I could see if I put them back after I used them last. I'm not sure. I could go grab them and we could use them. So will they be available in larger sizes? 16 by 24. That is, if I did it that big, it would cost you about $1,000, and I'm not even kidding. So yeah, I can make it that big, but it's the material is so expensive for us to make it. Plus our machine bed is only a 24 by 24. So we could do a 24 by 24, but it's too expensive. I mean, I would love to do it. And if I find a way to make it more affordable, I 100% will. Right now, the max that we're gonna have is gonna be like an 8 by 11 3/4. That's the size that we're gonna have for a single mat sheet, but we are looking into bigger ones. But right now, for materials that are affordable for us to then make a product that you guys can afford to buy, that's the size we're going with, but it'll be good. Do you want some, you want to see me use the nichrome wire used? I'm gonna go grab those because I get mine on Amazon and I have them in the ClayShare shop there. Oh my gosh, I actually put them back. Might fall over from shock. Okay, so this is what they look like. I'll show you over here. They are Tatuo, T-A-T-U-O, 60 pieces of a high temperature glass hobbyist DIY pendant, whatever. It's in the ClayShare shop. But I fire these to cone 6 without any problems. They are literally a U, a very long U, but a U just the same. And the wonderful thing about these is you can take your ornament and you could say, well, I don't want to put a hole in this. And especially when I'm making ornaments like this, where it's a little gingerbread girl, I don't want to put a hole in the middle of her forehead. That's not, just doesn't work for me. So that's why I put these in. I have one over here that I did. And then once you have the wire in, and you can't, it disappears, it's almost invisible, right? And then you just hang her from ribbon. Just use ribbon to hang it. But you could use a hook. So here's 2 of them, 2 little girls. This one has a ribbon. This other one needs her ribbon done. I haven't got that far yet. I'll get that done later. So to use, and we've done this so many times, and you can buy your own wire, and you can cut it yourself if you would like to, but you just insert it. So you just take it. Actually, you know what one we're gonna do it on? Because I think this lends itself to putting a hole in it. But this Christmas tree with the star, that doesn't. It really doesn't. So let's go ahead and I will put that in. Put that one over there. So I just go in the top, line it up, and then just push it in. Just like that. It's done. That's it. See how fast that was? So if you're worried about not getting back to the piece and having time to put the hole in it, or sometimes when we're putting holes in things and we're using our hole cutter, you can, if your clay is dried out a little too much and you torque it, sometimes you can pop a chunk off your piece that you're making. So you could accidentally pop off the tip of our star. So by using the nichrome wire use here, it's done. And as the piece shrinks, the clay grabs it. It won't come out. Just leave it alone. And then you can hang them from this for firing. And then you can, when it's all said and done, hang it with ribbon or some kind of ornament hanger, and you can hang it on your tree or wherever you want to hang them. So that one is done right there, like that, with the U's. So they're a great little thing. I think I paid $5, $6 for a pack of, how many did I say? 60. So what is that, 10 cents a piece? They're worth it. I usually buy 3 or 4 packages at a time because I use them for so many different things. All right, let's put some more texture on stuff. Thanks, Betsy. Thank you, thank you. Bonus that are perfectly sized as templates. Well, we made them. We cut them to be that size ourselves for you guys. And we'll do mugs with them. I will do instructional videos on everything we make, all the different mats that we're going to have. I will do that and have them available so that when you buy them, you're not sitting there like, okay, great, I have this thing. Now what do I do? All right, so let's move on to a new piece of clay. I have a plan. And it's a good one. It's a really good one. I mean, aren't all my plans good? Yes, they are. Thank you. So do I fire the nichrome wire to 5? Actually 5.5, Kathleen. I go a little hotter because I do a hold, and by the time it gets to temperature, it's a little higher. But you can do them low fire there, but they're not for high fire. They're not 8, 9, 10. I actually don't think I'd go to 7 with them. I've only tried them at 6. But that is only that particular brand that I buy, so I don't know about others. How do I make sure it goes straight? Steady hands and practice, which is a terrible thing to tell people, I know. So let's get this back out. A little trick that I have is I bring whatever I'm working on, here, we'll come here, to the edge, right, of a board. That way you kind of can see what's happening, and then you just line it up in the middle, so the thickness of the clay, you line it up in the middle of the thickness, and you just hold it as straight as you can, and you just push it in, and you just kind of hold it as straight, and you just practice. If you mess it up, then that's it, it's all over, and you'll never make pottery again. No. If you mess it all up, you know what you do? You just pull it out, smooth the little holes you made, and try again. And you just keep trying again, and again, and again, and eventually you will get it, I promise. And it'll get easier and easier as you go. Like, let's do this one. Here. I've got this one right here. I'll do this with you. So here's one. This is a leather hard piece of clay. I should have done this sooner. I didn't realize that I'd put a nichrome wire in it, but that's okay. So I bring it to the edge, right here. I take my nichrome wire U, line it up about in the center. I'm going to hold it nice and straight, and then I'm just keep this level as I'm pressing it through, and it goes in much easier when it is freshly made, just nice and slow. If it starts popping through the front, and you can always check the back, if it pops through the back and you can see the little metal legs of the U, just pull it out, smooth everything over, and do it again. You can do it as many times as you need to till you get it right. So you won't mess it up, I promise. I promise. You'll do it. You'll get it. I know you will. So now that one's done. And the other ones are ready for their holes, but I won't do those yet. I'll do them a little while later. So you're having problems with them breaking. So mine have not braked. And I've been using... I haven't had any problems with the brand I'm using, Kathleen. Try those and see. You just got a bunch of Ann Clark cutters, and you're going to make ornaments with them. So my girls made ornaments. We used Ann Clark's. We used some of Debbie's from De La Design Gifts. We used some I got from King Arthur Flower. Just, oh my gosh, there's so many options. All right, let's go ahead, and I am going to put this one on the back. And you can roll over these, you know. I haven't had any problems with getting shadowing or anything like that. And then I'm going to flip the whole thing over. And we're we're going to use Debbie's cutters. So let's go ahead and do a gnome. And actually, we can actually peel it off now. Flip it over. So here's my edge. Just got to remember that. And I'm going to do this gnome right here. Here he is. I'm going to press him down in. Put my cutter on. Now, with this whole gnomes, this is one of the 3-inch gnomes. Debbie has little hands you can get, and they can be holding all kinds of things. This is a frothy beverage, although we call it the questionable beverage around here. Then she gives freebies, and one time she gave out a snail. So sometimes I'll put him holding a snail. Why not? They can have snail friends. This one's holding a star. I thought that was really cute. Here's my favorite, this little deer. I love it. I always put it in the gnome, unless I put the gingerbread man in. But Valentine's is coming. So if you're making these right now and you're like, oh, I'm not going to have these done for Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas and you want to make little gnome cuties, guess what, folks? Make yourself Valentine gnome cutie, and he can be your Valentine. So let's press these in, and we can put his little hands in. We can put his hands in after. So I press the cutter down, and then if you just press the actual gnome down to even with the cutter, he won't go all the way through the clay. And some people have found that they roll with their rolling pin, and that does a good impression. So let's put the hands in. Now, if I left my mat on the back, which I should have, I just got so excited by the little gnome that if I had done that, as I press and roll, I wouldn't be squashing my texture. So if my texture is squashed, yeah, that's because I moved the mat. So that's on me. Because look, where I didn't squish it, texture's great. So we have to blame me for that. I got too excited by the little gnome guy. Can you blame me? Look at him. Ready? Let's peel him off. If your clay is really sticky and wet when you're doing this, I suggest you use some cornstarch. Yeah, I could have used a little cornstarch. He's a little sticky. Put him back together. Look how cute he is. So cute. And here's one I did holding a gingerbread man. He's not glazed yet. He's going to Glaze Town. He's going to get glazed soon. So let's do this, and we'll leave the mat on. Ceramicum wires broke in the glaze firing. Turns out they were not high temperature. Yeah, be careful. So the ones that I use are a high temp wire. Let me go back to the close-up camera over here. I'm going to zoom in come in super close. Can you see where it says high temp on there? So the ones I use, they do say high temp. Make sure that's what you have, because I don't want it messing your things up. All right, we're going to leave the texture on there. And then we'll do this guy right here. Actually, we'll do this Christmas tree one because he's very funny. We'll put him, I'm going to put him over here in the middle. I also have this one holding a wreath. That's very fun too. We'll do him over there. All right, so we'll put this one on. Press down. You don't have to put texture on both sides. It's just nice to know how to do it. So we can see the outline of him. Let's put questionable, give him a questionable beverage, because that way I can give him to Kevin. He always wants ornaments and stuff, so we'll do that. And then we just cut him out. So you pinch the point of the U wire a little closer so it's easier to put in smaller areas. Yeah, and I will cut them off too. Sometimes they'll just be too long, especially when I'm doing earrings and things. So here's our little guy. And then, wow, there we go. Now we have all this texture on the back. Do you guys want to know a secret? I want to tell you a secret. I want to share a trade secret with you all. Do you want to know something about big flat pieces? So when we make big flat pieces like platters and plates and chargers and things, and we worry about them cracking in the firing because they have to expand and contract as they heat up and cool down. One thing that can aid in the prevention of that is texture on the bottom of your pieces. So if you went ahead and used a texture, that's going to allow the piece to move a bit more. Crazy, but it works. All right, so those guys are all ready to go. They're hung. Oh, we're going to do the one with the wreath. We're going to do him. So let's put him on here. Let's make sure yes, that's the way the cutter goes. So you had trouble with the wire crumbling. You did not bisque first. You just glazed and fired. And you got mine from Amazon. I've never just single fired them. That's so weird that they did that on you. I've been using these for a couple of years now. And they've been the most reliable ones I've found so far. I'm sorry that happened. Cut that off. I'll do another demo using the mats and making mugs and all kinds of fun things, but that's going to happen probably during ClayShare Con. So look at the back. So that's what I was talking about. If you make a plate and platter and you have a nice surface of texture on the back, you're not having that single flat layer of clay on the shelf. There's all these like bumpies, and that's going to help allow things to slide and move. Still use kiln wash if your kilns need it, not if you're using the advanced or kiln shelves. And I always still put down a little dry layer of alumina hydrate. You could also use you could use lid wax on the bottoms of your pieces. And I did the lid wax video today. That was the surprise video. And we'll put that up over the Christmas break. Maybe this weekend, I don't know. We'll see. It's a short. But now he has his hanger, so he's ready to go to the tree. Any other? So yours broke. I know, some of them are so funny. So Sambao has alumina rods to fire hanging ornaments. They're very skinny, but they work. Those are awesome. So these pieces that we're making here that have the nichrome wire on them, when you hang them on a nichrome rod, what happens is you can't hang big heavy pieces from a long stretch of rod, or else they will sag. So if you can get the really heavy duty ones and hang them, they're not going to sag. And I talk about that a lot. And I don't know when we did that. It's been a few years since we talked about it. I guess it's time to talk about it again. And here we are doing so. All right, so we have some pretty things going on. Let's flip this over. Let's smooth out that texture and let's put new texture on. Let's remove that texture. Let's do something else. Is there a weight limit on the nichrome wire? Yeah, I mean, during the firing when things are heating and cooling and it's under a lot of stress, they could break. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys out there that are saying that yours broke, if you were firing really heavy things that you were hanging from it, they do become brittle. That is the nature of the nichrome wires. They're just like the elements in your kiln, and after time, they will get brittle and break. And so nichrome wire will happen to it. So just be aware that that's part of the material's properties. They're always out of stock when you try to get those rods. Yeah. The gold table mat, it's awesome. So Betsy Dunham sent the gold mat to me. And where did she say it came from? Home Goods, I think, was it's a Christmas tree in a planter. So what about the bottom? Maybe you want to do an ornament using some of that. And here's a fun thing you can do before you even roll this in clay. Take the ornament you want to make, the cutter you want to make your ornament from, and just move it around and be like, well, what do I like that's on here? Like, what section appeals to me? Ooh, there's more mushroom right there. I didn't know about that one. Oh, I want this. See, I want this area right there. I want that to be it. So we wiped away our texture. I know it would be, we'll put the Scandy Birds on the back. It doesn't really matter because, it doesn't matter. Because the back isn't going to be the focal point, right? But we're going to put it on. Then we'll flip it over. I want that mushroom and that ornament there. So that's the part I want. Let's go over here and make sure we get that on the, and then we'll roll it in. We're going to roll the whole thing in. I'm going to do it all. I'll use it for something else. And again, big roller's great, but sometimes the pony roller is the way to go because it really gets into all those nooks and crannies, and you really want that clay pressed through. And you know, like we said, you have to have a squeaky squeaky. There we go. Now it squeaked. So ready? We're going to do the peel. It's a double peel. I think. I don't know which camera's better. Kevin will figure that out. We'll let him. Look at this. Da, 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 da. One side. And then the other one. Which one do you want me out? Oh, I'm so sorry. Do, 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 do. Why is this so satisfying? Why is peeling texture off clay so darn satisfying? Why is it? So one side, deep, beautiful texture, other side. So here's the thing. When you have the mat under it and you have your smooth surface, we could absolutely use a rolling pin and roll onto it, right? So if you're sitting there like, okay, but I don't want to get a ton of texture mats. I just want to get one, but I want to use that one mat for my back, right? I'm going to use that for my backing, and I want to then use all my different rolling pins that I already have on the front. Absolutely, right? Absolutely can use it with rolling pins. So let's go ahead and do a nichrome. So Penny, you missed it. You missed the thing. They are templates. That's the mug mat. So it is the size of the mug. It absolutely is. It's the mug template on there, right? It makes this mat here made this exact mat I used to make this exact mug, and I used it on the bottom too. Now when I was coming up with these, I was just trying to decide if I was going to give you a circle mat for the bottom, but the cost would have to go up almost half again. And you don't need that because your bottom is, you just cut out with a circle cookie cutter that you can use for all of them. And then again, the Mashrabia one, which is great. Here's the mug made from the mat. So this is the Mashrabia mug mat. Again, these will be available after the first of the year. We will let you all know when you can get them. But we did the trademarking on them, so we did, to cover all of our bases, it's called Impressa mat because you had to have a new name. They couldn't be ClayShare mats. They wouldn't let me do that. So I came up with Impressa because you're impressing, but it's also going to impress your friends. But it's with an E because I was already taking. So Impressa, Impressa mat. And they will be sold where the ClayShare rolling pins are sold and everything. on ClayShare Market and on the new platform on ClayShare.com. You'll just be able to click and go and buy. And actually, when we launch the new platform, say I'm doing this video like I am right now, and I talk about this mat. When I talk about it, Kevin can push a button, and then the link could pop up in the screen. A little teeny tiny box can pop up, and you could just click it and go there. And that box would stay during the replay too, so you don't have to worry about, how do I find that thing? Well, it's going to be right there in that video. You watch the video and you're like, oh, where's that texture? Oh, there's the little link for it. I click that box while I'm watching the replay and I can go to it. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm so excited for it. Use the GR Pottery from Christmas tree form. Oh, you want to see what I did with the big mat? Betsy, I'm going to go get it. I wasn't going to show this. I was keeping it a secret, but I'm going to go grab it since we're almost done. And we're going to do a giveaway. And I think it's set up enough. All right, who has made my fruit bowl? Who has taken my fruit bowl class? If you've taken that, my footed fruit bowl, I think I called it, this will look very, very, very familiar. You will be like, oh, what? That's the wok bowl mold from the wok bowl mold class. Hi, everybody. And the class also was the fruited foot bowl. The footed fruit bowl. So we're going to flip this out. Oh, can she do it? Will she break it? No, no, she won't. She's going to do it. Voila! This you can make. This is from a wok. I have a class teach you how to make it. You can buy a wok for like $14. And with that $14, you can make a dozen or a million or however many molds you want to make. And then you can make all of these amazing things. You can get different size woks and make different size things. And once you make one, you'll know how to do it, so you'll make tons more. So look at this. It's a free form bowl. Ooh, it's stiffened up nicely. I just got to go ahead and smooth the edges. But look at this. Very nice. Yeah. It's a little funky because I went free form. I don't know. I just followed the mat. It's the mat. Well, it's actually the mat like this, right? So I just had fun with it. But this could be really nice, you know, and you can settle it a bit if you think it has too much of a curl. You can settle it down, but that'll be really pretty. And once it's glazed, I think I'm gonna do a lot of color on this, but why not? I gotta use a sponge and smooth things over, but a way to use this mat, and we've done similar things before. All right, so has there been enough stuff? You love underglaze transfer, yeah. Make one, Betsy, the wok bowl mold class. If you haven't made yourself a wok bowl mold, go do it, do it, do it, do it. Give yourself that for Christmas. Make one. Look how big that mold is, and you can make bigger ones. I have bigger ones. You can make a bowl as big as you want. Well, how big's your kiln? Let's have a conversation, because the reason I got my bigger kiln, my 28-inch across kiln, is because I made a platter that was too big to go in my 23-inch kiln. Hence, the need for a bigger kiln. So maybe be careful. Don't make them so big that you can't put them in your kiln. Ooh, giveaway. You don't know how to register. Well, guess what? I'm here to help you. There. I'm here to help you. All you do is go to ClayShare.com and sign up for our emails. Pretty darn easy. Now, when we do the new platform, you'll be able to do that. You also will be able to sign up as a free member of ClayShare. Right now, we only have one membership level on ClayShare, and that is premium members. And so you can be a premium member, but we're going to have a free member option as well. And if you sign up for that, you'll automatically always be entered in our giveaways, which will be really nice. And you'll also know about live broadcasts and when things are happening on ClayShare. We're going to have a calendar so people can check, and they will see on the calendar when the live broadcast is happening with a countdown to the broadcasts. When new classes are coming out, that'll be listed on the calendar with a countdown to the new class. So the Teapot class that comes out next Thursday, we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 days? If we had that up on the new platform, it would have an 8 on there, counting down, 8 days. Tomorrow it'll say 7 days. We're not on the new platform yet. That will come the end of January, beginning of February, and you'll still get all the awesomeness that we have on ClayShare now, but we're gonna have all these great extras, which I'm super excited for. So if you're not a member yet, you definitely wanna sign up when we launch the new platform, and you'll be hearing all about that even more in the new year. You know it is gonna happen. But the launch will be before ClayShare Con, so just keep that in mind. And if you don't know what ClayShare Con is, this is our 6th year, so you've missed 5 years of it. What you been doing for 5 years? Go check it out. It's there and it's free. So this year you will sign in for ClayShare Con. That's the only difference. Before you could just watch without signing in. This year we're going to have folks sign in. That way you can be in the giveaways. We had too many problems with people not being able to get put in the giveaways when they weren't signed in. So it's going to make it better for you all. ClayShare membership is the best money you spend every year. Oh, thank you. What material is the wok bowl mold made out of? Clay. It's just clay. It's bisqued. It's a bisque piece of clay. I show you how. Go watch the class. It's easy. I don't use plaster for molds in my studio. I make a ton of drape and slump molds for my work, and I use clay. Estimate a price on what, Lucy Hun? I missed the first part of that. So we made a whole bunch of ornaments. The bottom of the Christmas tree would be a great, yes, it would, absolutely. The bottom of the Christmas tree would be a gorgeous ornament. This little pot, so cute. And it has texture from the tree, so I think that would be a really nice ornament. I mean, I have more clay, and I've got a few minutes before our next broadcast, so I might. 3 minutes. All right, we got to give stuff away. ClayShare Con is February 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. It's coming to you live. Of course, all of it's recorded, and you can catch the replays later. So if you missed the lives, you can watch the replays. So tonight we're going to do the giveaway of one of the mats. You can pick which one you want. The winner can either get the Mashrabia or the Scandi Birds. The colors might vary. So we are using gray and red right now. I'm trying to decide which color I like better. I like the gray better, but I have a bunch of both, so I'm using them up because, you know, I'm not going to waste material. So your colors might vary. And once we definitely, like, when I get through what I have for the red and the gray, whichever one I stick with, that's what they all will be going forward. But I'm going to use that material up. You can't throw this stuff away. That would just be silly. So the winner of their choice of one of our new Impressa mug mats is, are you ready? Roxanne Lee. Congratulations, Roxanne Lee. You get to pick which one you want. We will email you, and you tell us which one you want and where you want it sent, and we will do that. When we do giveaways, when ClayShare does it, I will ship worldwide, so it's open to everybody. Now, when like GR Pottery Forms does a giveaway, sometimes they stipulate US only, but like Debbie from De La Designs, when she does a giveaway, often she'll offset international shipping, so often it's open to everybody. It just depends. And sometimes Jeff from GR does do international. I wasn't trying to call him out or anything, just to be clear. As an example, some companies, it's just too expensive for them to ship it international, and there's taxes and all of these things. We just pay it. We're just like, you know what? You're getting your mat, you're getting your rolling pin, you're getting your templates, you're getting your stuff. So, all right. So we are off for Christmas. I'm pretty excited. We're not done though. This is the last live of 5. We have prime time next where we're going to be glazing the spiral dipping chips. Did you make these with me? Did you make them? 2 weeks ago we made these. And now they're out of the bisque. And we're going to glaze them together. I've got lots of ideas for you. And they're going to go in the kiln, and they're going to be done. Oh, gosh. I might have a kiln opening this weekend. Stay tuned. I will have information about that in the coming days. We'll see. So we have prime time next, and then we'll probably have a kiln opening this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday because Clemson is playing Saturday. And, you know, Kevin doesn't work when Clemson plays. He has this superstition, if he works, they lose. He needs to take the day off for Clemson to win. So Clemson fans, you know how that is. We'll see if they win. But we'll probably do a Sunday kiln opening. It'll have these in it. And then we'll have Good Morning ClayShare on Monday. And then we're going to be off the 24th to the 6th of January. So if you're looking for us and you can't find us, that's because we're not on vacation. We're doing re-platforming, so we're still working. You can find us. Just send us an email. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you all have, you did miss the 12 gifts of Christmas. We did that 3 weeks ago? 3 Wednesdays ago. Go back and watch it. It's not too late. We also had a bonus stocking stuffer, 5 stocking stuffers. So go check out the 12 gifts for potters. We'll be back in January. I hope you all have the happiest of holidays. And if you're looking for a last minute gift, check out ClayShare. If you need a gift to give somebody, it makes a good one. If someone's asking you what you want, tell them, I want a membership to ClayShare. It's a gift that just keeps on giving. I know it's cliche, but I couldn't help myself. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me. Again, happy holidays, and until we meet in 2025, make great pots.